finishing touches then? What do you think? It's busy, but it works, right?
It's very nice.
Let's put it on. It's back and it's more aggressive than ever. Nobody does hardtails like Marin bikes, do they? And this is the San Quentin 3. Today is the launch of the new iteration. Is that the right word? The very,
so.
yeah, the new developed version of the San Quentin. A bike that I adore, I love. I'm so stoked to have been a part of the development of it. And this, I mean, look how slack it is. Look how aggressive it looks. And it really truly does embody a bike that does everything. It can take a rider down really, really steep technical tracks. I proved that a couple of months ago in Whistler when we unboxed the brand new San Quentin 1. That's the lowest spec and most affordable San Quentin. I rode A-line, some really, really techie Whistler tracks on a fresh, unboxed, affordable hardtail. Because the geometry of this bike, I mean, it's just so appropriate and so perfect for a style of riding that's too few people have tapped into. If you've never owned a hardtail and you call yourself kind of a keen, passionate mountain biker, I kind of think you've missed out. It's been such an important part of my learning curve. I started on a hardtail and it's advice I give to every mountain biker that wants to choose a bike. Just get something that does everything because it's so fun riding a bike that gives you feedback. You build a relationship with a bike that's so rare and you can't get by just jumping on a rig, an enduro bike, a downhill bike. That's why I love hardtails. That's why I'm really excited about the relaunch of the San Quentin. So the San Quentin 3 is the highest spec one. It comes with trick bits like Shimano, a really good set of components, awesome wheels and tyres. I've changed a lot of the parts. I've put kind of my bits on it. Halo wheels, gusset components, a P&W dropper with the amazing loam lever. Shimano sent me some XT brakes, which are super powerful, and obviously I've got Öhlins up front. It's an awesome build, but the elephant in the room, which is attached to my oval chainring from Absolute Black, is these puppies. Now, I know what you're thinking. Matt, why have you built a bike that could have potentially looked so dialed and put rainbow cranks on it? Well, we've spent the entire morning at Brink debating that very issue. And for me, they're a statement piece. They've come off my Galaxy Dream hardtail, which this could now be the new one of, couldn't it?
Yeah.
I could change this, paint this, put amazing stuff on it. But those cranks are rare. They only made a few and they've been sat on a bike doing nothing. So I wanted them back on a hardtail. Ben can't stand them, but for me it's like the Mona Lisa, isn't it? It's like, it's not great artwork, but people fly from all over the world to see it, and I think that's kind of a similar statement piece that it's going to grow on everyone. They'll be queuing around the block to see rainbow cranks on a really decent looking hardtail. Should I ride it? I can't believe I've spent so much time off of a hardtail, but here we go. The relaunch, the best geometry of a hardtail ever. I'm going to ride it at Woburn, which has jumps, it has big drops to flat, it has downhill tracks. It's going to be perfect, and I hope I see more of them out there. Let's do this. Sick. First ever run on this bike then. But knowing what it's capable of, we don't really need to do a warm-up. Oh man! Woo! I've missed the feeling of getting so much out of a ride. All right, Ben? You good? Yes, really good. So much faster than a big bike here. So big. Oh my god, this is the best. Makes you rethink a lot of stuff actually. No one wants to go for a boring, uninspiring ride, and having too much bike can do that so easily. Now may as well ride some dirt jumps, because hardtail. Woo! Yes! Obviously going to do more than one run. I mean, I'm well up for doing 360s on bigger bikes. I'm going to do that again. That was my second run through.
Oh my god!
I'm so into this thing. The shorter back end makes jumping feel so good. Coming straight off of a downhill track where you're like looking for stability, it's amazing that you can just jump before, just think, oh, I'm actually going to 3 this thing.
Or 270.
Or 270. I mean, with this slack head angle, Ben, even crashing is a nice experience. There it is. There it is.
Oh. That was sick.
Cheers, dude. Big step up.
Yeah?
Looks like they've redone the lip. Perfect bike.
Ooh.
That feels so good now. What's the big lip like? Is it running? I've never hit it. I'll do it on this. It feels so good. Another one. Bit short. Bit short. I love this bike. Even then, ordinarily, I'd have got to that takeoff and been going too slow. But you can turn like, you can use a pump in a real way on this bike. On a big bike, you do lose out, don't you, when you're going too slow? But I'll do that again. Top to bottom means tech berms and jumps. Oh my god! Mate, this thing rips! Yes!
Oh, yes.
I was thinking when I was going up then, okay, that like, right, I'm going to ride a track that's got tight bumpy berms that are quite bumpy and a perfect step up at the bottom. What is the perfect bike for me? Like if I was off camera, what bike would I truly want to be on, okay?
Yeah.
And it 100% is this, and I'll tell you why and you'll understand, because you're looking at this video thinking, Matt's a marine ambassador, he has to be part of this launch, of course he's going to say that, but do you know when you watch those car reviews where they've got £500,000 Ferraris and McLarens and things, yeah, and they're doing like the car of the year, like the best car of this year.
Yeah.
And then there's a Fiesta ST in the lineup.
Yeah.
And you kind of think, what guy's going to get in that and say that trumps a McLaren? And yet they all get out of it smiling ear to ear, don't they? And they say, honestly, on these wet Welsh roads today, I had the most fun in the Fiesta ST. That is what this bike does. That's Marine's motto, made for fun. And on a hardtail, on a day like today, it is honestly the ultimate bike. And I'm what, 6 runs in? I've dropped in 6 or 7 times. Because you could spend 15 grand on a big, juicy downhill bike, but someone's still going to ride past you on the climbs and the downhills on one of these. So even if you have that money to spend, I can't think of a better thing to spend your money on than this. Do you understand what I mean? It's the Fiesta ST.
I get it.
It's the concept. No, it's the bike, okay, that might not outperform the bike with an unlimited price tag, but I'm going to get home from a day riding this, having been more involved, more engaged, I'd have had more fun, I'll be more knackered, and actually I'll have done more mountain biking than the guy with deep pockets, who could have just bought this as well, you know? Which takes me back to that car review quandary that used to confuse me. I get it completely now, it's just made for fun. I was only riding this 2 days ago on the Slope Giro, but hardtail. That is so dreamy. That is so dreamy. Carry on now. Oh goodness. Oh my god. Power. You could never do that on a big bike. I turned into a gate start. Can you hear that I'm on hold and when I'm riding?
Still busy helping other customers. Your call is important to us. Please continue to hold.
Oh!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Is that real close?
Mate, yeah, and you went so far.
I think I snapped a root.
All whilst being on hold.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Apparently my call is important to them.
That's good.
Not as important as this bike is to me. I think we should finish up on a huge gas to flat. I wouldn't even ride it on a big bike, but then I like the kind of contrast between a hardtail and people thinking that they're rough bikes. They're not. I mean, you feel yourself land.
Yeah, I bet.
You're aware you land, but that honestly is what you want. Oh! Hold on to your fillings. Oh! No way! That one was big, wasn't it? Oh!
My god.
That definitely got my heart going on this. Such a sick bike. Every video I've ever made on a San Quentin, I say how much I love it, and I'm not lying. I'm hardtail through and through, they're the best. And it's sick seeing more people out on hardtails now. And today's the launch of this one. Legends.